Good morning, YouTube. What is going on? It's Mesa back at it with some Destiny. Time to go over the weekly reset, all the new activities to do within Destiny. And next week, this is going to be a very different video because the whole director here is going to change. And two quick PSAs. One, I'm giving away an Elgato HD60. I'm sponsored by them. If you need an Elgato, click the link in the description. But the giveaway link will be at the pinned comment and also in the description. Also, I'm doing raid guides for Crota's End and Vault of Glass for new people. There's been a ton of people I've seen in the comments who have never done Vault of Glass or Crota's End because they came into Destiny when the Taken King came out. So let me know in the comment section if that would be something you'd be interested in seeing. You guys know me, I'm going to give you the meat and potatoes, the best practices, safest, not necessarily to speed run them, but the safest way to get through these things, just regular mode. As soon as they come out and the challenges hit, I'm going to go straight to Reddit or go straight to watching Dado's video, okay? Nightfall, it is Taniks the Scarred, the revamp of the Shadow Thief. Epic, heavily shielded and highly aggressive enemies appear at greater numbers. We have fresh troops. Some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements. Match game, enemy shields are resistant to all unmatched elemental damage. Catapult, grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. Exposure, guardian shields are increased but do not replenish. I'm going to wait until next week to do the Nightfall, because when you do the Nightfall after Age of Triumph, we get our beloved blue flames back around our head to run around the tower in, and then we also are going to get the rep gains and all that sort of XP buff. No, it's not XP buff, it's rep gains for like patrols, bounties, I believe, all that sort of stuff like we had in year 1. Alright, SIVA Crisis Heroic, I see Arcburn. Alright, did we just have Arcburn? Yeah, we had Arcburn the week prior, and then we have Solar, well, we had Solar last week. Treasure of the Dawning for the first one. Legendary marks for the first 3 strikes. You get 10. What do we got? We got Heroic. Enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. Arc Burns to break out those supercells. We have Chaff, so your radar is disabled. We got Catapult. Grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. Alright, let's move on to Crucible. I'm going to throw on screen right now what the Shaxx weekly bounty is. Now remember, next week Shaxx is going to have 2 of those Nightfall tier type bounties. And this is all going to be consolidated. They're trimming down the Crucible playlist here so that it's less congested and people have an easier time finding matches. Oh, and we got Mayhem Clash this week. Alright, if you want a longbow, do you want a Grim Citizen, do you want a Lord High Fixer, this is the week to play. Pop a Crucible rep booster, a win in Mayhem Clash. I think it's like 218 rep, or maybe, no, 238 is when it's Iron Banner. 218 rep for a win, 198 or 199 for a loss. So, Mayhem Clash, this is the week. Elimination here, and Infernal Rumble. Alright, let's take a look at the Challenge of Elders. We have Airborne, Super Kill bonus, and Exposure. Alright, nothing to do this week, but remember, Challenge of Elders is going to be here. And the fact that, see if a Crisis gives you marks, the weekly story playlist is going to give you marks, and then also Crucible is going to give you marks, and then also the Challenge of Elders is going to give you marks. It just solidifies my theory that they're going to, since this is a celebration of year 1 or everything we've done, I get a feeling they're going to restock the vendors with old weapons. Because I mean, I don't need marks. Do you guys need marks? Right now I use marks to buy materials. I get a feeling they're going to bring back year 1 weapons to the vendors, like Vanquisher. I can't remember. What was the Dead Orbit one? That was a full auto, really fast firing scout rifle. I can't remember. Leave it in the comment section if you remember it. But I get a feeling it'd be really cool because why are we going to get all these marks? We don't need them per se, whatever. Let me know if you think my theory's dead on. Alright, raid, it is Vosik challenge this week. Let's go to the Iron Temple, check out Shiro 4's bounties, and also see if Tyra brought any good rolls for once. Shiro 4 bounties. Remember, each one of these is 500 reps, so try to do them because you will get a Vanguard package. Probably once you throw in like 3 of these things. Alright, kill Fallen Major Ultras. That's easy. Just do Archon's Forge. Complete patrols in the Plague Lands. You got to do 10. And we got Archon's Forge victories. That's Captain encounters. And we have Servitor encounters. Alright, I have Destiny Item Manager up, and it is showing the usual piss poor rolls on our artifacts. I'm seeing 80%. 78% and 84%. If you don't know what I mean by that, check out a video linked in the description on how to identify tier 12 gear. So we have one of my favorites for PvP. Well, first off, if you're new, believe it, there are new people, and you want an artifact, grab this quest called Complete Noble Deeds in the Plague Lands. Just go to Archon's Forge for about 20-30 minutes. complete noble deeds and get that to 100%, and you get an Iron Lord's Legacy to buy one of these things. So remember, Agillion showing up at 80%. This is what I use in PvP pretty much exclusively. I'm a nervous Nelly. I like to have my radar. So it grants you Keen Scout. This actually works in PvE where you can see chests and things like that, but grants you a detailed radar and radar persist when sighting down with primary weapons. So this one is a 80% roll. We have memory of Radagast. This one is showing up as an 84% roll. Gain the ability to reflect energy-based projectiles when guarding with the sword, increase sword ammo capacity. I only use this when we're doing Aksis, and we got to pull out the old dank drinker to sword him to death. Then we got the memory of Timmy. Melee attack. I crack myself up at 5:15 a.m. because I haven't gone to sleep yet. Melee attacks and minor minions of the darkness have a chance to temporarily turn the target against its allies. Useless. 78%. It was cool. When I first went to Bungie, the 6 of us, 6 in the world, got to go play Rise of Iron in July, and that was it was me. Who was it? It was me, Holtzman, and I think Watts were on this Miss 5000 Watts. We're on the same fire team. We were all using that. And it seemed fun at the time, but I don't know. This is where I do the hashtag made it to the end. Let you guys know what's going on. Yeah, guys, I'm really psyched. I want to do these like really cool, simple for noobs guide for Vault of Glass and Courtesan. A lot of people have not done it. I've seen a lot of posts in the comment section. I've been playing a shit ton of Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. Oh my god, I love it. Haven't really touched the story. I've been hearing a lot of complaints about it, that it's terrible, the cutscenes, the problems, I don't know. I played a little bit of it. It got up to a certain point where you start exploring, so maybe we'll take it from there. But for me, I'm telling you, Mass Effect multiplayer is a lot of fun, and I don't even know why they call it multiplayer. It's not multiplayer. It's co-op. It's like Killzone Shadowfall Intercept. It's I guess the same as Mass Effect 3. I have no experience with Mass Effect 3, where it's horde modes with some objectives thrown in, but it looks good. And if you get it and you hate it initially, you're not alone, because I detested it when I first played it. I messaged Bife. I was like, dude, this sucks. What's the deal? It's so clunky. And he's like, mate. No, actually, he didn't say mate. I can't do an English accent, but he was like, turn up the sensitivity. Sure enough, crank up the sensitivity, and it becomes fun. It's a little weird mechanic-wise, but you have really cool characters, really cool weapons, and really cool abilities. And I am Babble Mode. I gotta upload this and go to sleep. That's it, guys. Do me a favor. I love you all. Drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa. Check out my stream. Usually on YouTube, and that is it. I'm out of here like Vladimir. And oh, guys, when Age of Triumph comes out, I'll be streaming a ton of the new raids, and maybe even doing a raids with you guys too. Also subs, and of course, go back to the loot videos. Yeah, and that's it. All right, guys. I gotta go to sleep. Love you.